County, go for launch, say go or no go. OTC. Go. EVC. You gotta go. Don't be there. Flight. Ready to count, go for launch, say go or no go. OTC. Go. EVC. You gotta go. Don't be there. Flight.
Hello, everybody. Hi. Woo. I'm gonna make that a little bit bigger so I can actually see people's comments. Hello. Hi. Welcome to the very first stream of 2026 from yours truly. Woo! Exciting. Very exciting. Woo! So exciting. Woo! All the woo. Woo! Woot! Welcome to the stream. I am Crash. Hello. And my partner Hadako is currently resting up for a bit and taking a little Sunday nap. So that is my hoodie that is on the ground. I forgot that was there. So and that's just a pillow for my freaking back, because the human body can only do so much. So, but welcome to the stream. We're not doing anything big or crazy tonight. We're not playing any video games tonight, or today. We're not doing any sketches or comedy. We're not doing any segments. We're not doing anything crazy. Because I want to sort of ease myself into the new year. So I want to just take it easy, nice and slow. And so we're taking it nice and easy, kind of gently, gently dipping our toes into the water, into the lake of 2026. So I figured today what we could do is we could listen to some music, which I think I found a DMCA free thing on Amazon Music, so we'll see if it's any good or not. There you go. Sounds pretty good. Hey. Let me lower the volume a little. There we go. That works. Lower the volume on that a little bit. There we So, I hope you guys can hear me. So, the Good Vibes Cafe. Hi, how's it going? Your audio is so quiet, by the way, I can't hear your music is fine, though. Well, thank you, Good Vibes Cafe. I appreciate that. So, thank you for tuning in, and I'm doing good. We're talking about a bunch of different stuff today. We're talking about, like, the holiday season. We're talking about, how Christmas went, and, Christmas vacation went, my staycation, eating pizza, and we're just vibing. Which, here, let me pause the music real quick. I'm gonna test my audio. So, see if I'm still quiet. It's like increasing in volume as you speak. Boom. Alright, let's fix that. Alright. I don't know why it's doing what it's doing. Let's see. Boom. 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 Okay. And boom. And then we're gonna fix that. Boom. Thank you for saying something. I appreciate it. So, I thought it was fixing itself. Okay. Yeah, it sounded like you can have the mic, you have like balancing and audio, whatever it's called, from microphone. It was only for the music. Oh, okay. Got it. Cool. So, well, I appreciate the heads up on that. So, thank you very much, Good Vibes Cafe. I'm using Amazon Music, which is why. So I'm gonna try and turn the volume down on that a little bit. There we go. There we go. That should be a little quieter. I appreciate you. Thank you. So, I love your name, by the way. So, but yeah. We're just vibing. We're talking about the holidays. We're talking about, you know, Christmas Eve. We're talking about New Year's. We're talking about, like, a lot of stuff. So, thank you so much for tuning in. But yeah. There we go. Music sounds like it's actually doing okay. There we go. And if you guys can hear me, then we're good. So, but yeah, I had a good Christmas Eve. Like I was saying, so at work, I don't normally eat Papa John's, but, they were kind enough to accommodate like a Papa Bowl for me, which was nice. So I got like a chicken Alfredo veggie bowl, which was really good. And then work also had like, yeah, vibing is always good. So, yeah, always happy to just vibe and hang out. So, also you're welcome to just chat, and you know we could talk about stuff as well too. If you want to talk about stuff as well too, chat. So, but yeah, work had a lot of catering for like a week. We had like, IHOP, which was cool because I kind of forgot that IHOP had catering, and we had like a bunch of pancakes with like sugar-free syrup and like eggs, bacon, like a big breakfasty brunch. We had Panda Express, which I don't normally eat Panda due to dietary reasons. Part of that is because a lot of Panda Express stuff just typically has way too much sodium and sugar in it. But it was interesting because Panda's catering, I guess, just sort of cooks all the ingredients and then gives it in like big trays, which is cool, which I didn't know they did that for catering. So, which I thought was neat. Um, so I actually got to eat like some steamed broccoli and like some grilled chicken and like just some basic beef and vegetables, which was nice. Um, especially because like, so for those who don't know, I try to avoid a lot of salt intake, and I try to avoid too many carbs, unless I'm having sort of like a self-care cheat day, kind of like today with my fountain drink and with my thin crust pizza. So, but like it was nice to actually have like a protein-based meal, you know, for work. Which is nice because like we don't normally do a lot of catering where I work often, unless it's like for a holiday. But like I guess our store did really well last year to the point where we got to actually save up a lot of money in the budget and actually like have like a whole week of catering. So we also had Panera at one point, which I have a weird relationship with Panera because as a kid, I never ate Panera. As a teenager or a young adult, I never ate Panera. But once I became like an actual full-fledged adult, I started eating Panera. And then like it was funny because I only ever ate like the soup and the salads, and that was it. And then I found that they did breakfast, and if I'm feeling like treating myself and cheating on my diet a little bit sometimes, I'll get this like, I think they still have it. It's like an egg white and avocado like sandwich, but I get it either lettuce wrapped or I get it on like a croissant, you know, and it's actually really good. So, but it's weird because I don't go to Chipotle, Panera, like Panda, Whataburger, like a lot of these places often, unless it's either for like a sponsored video thing or a sponsored stream thing, or if I have like a coupon or a freebie, in which case I'll get something for my partner Hadako, who is currently taking a nap right now. So yeah. But it was cool that for the week before Christmas, or like the week of Christmas, we got to do like a bunch of catering. And then Christmas Eve was good. I worked that day, but after I got off work, I wound up spending time with a little bit of my human family. So, which was nice. I filled up on a lot of food at work because we had, finally, my work actually took a recommendation that I had. We had catering from a mom and pop taco truck called El Rancho, and I was very pleasantly surprised with the amount of food that they had. That they made like fresh beans and cheese and rice and chicken and beef and carne asada and all these things. And they had like guac and shredded lettuce and coleslaw and tomato and sour cream and cheese. And I was like, oh. So what I did was at my work, I bought some low-carb tortillas for myself. And instead of eating like, you know, hard taco shells and stuff, I was like, ooh, I should make some burritos. And on Christmas Eve, I told my family ahead of time, like, listen, don't be mad at me, but work was doing catering today, and I eaten the equivalent of like 3 burritos today. So I may not eat as much on Christmas Eve, but I still ate a little bit. We had, so part of my Earth family is both, Christian and Jewish, so we kind of try and meld our celebrations together on certain days and stuff and do what we can. And what we wound up doing. By the way, let me know if the audio is good. So, but what we wound up doing was sort of an like an 8-course meal type thing, where we ate like what we call swamp soup, which I guess I could look that up real quick for you guys, for those who don't know what swamp soup is. I'm gonna reply to someone in chat. There we go. Let me look that up. Swamp soup. So swamp soup basically is, it's 2 different types of like hearty green fueled dishes. This is the best way to describe it for you guys. It's sort of like, basically there is like green garlic, ginger chicken, with like collard greens, turnips, potatoes. There's usually like a Cajun or chicken broth. And in some cases, like you can do like jalapenos, garlic, stuff like that. But we do more of like onions, sauerkraut, potatoes, real sort of like earthy kind of soup. So, but it was really good. So I really do enjoy it quite a bit. So we had that. We had some fish that was, you know, grilled and cooked in the oven with like some sour cream and cheese, which you would think weird combination, but actually pretty good. Something that I don't eat often, but I really do love is pierogies. If no one's ever had pierogies are really good. I really like pierogies. So, which, chat, if you've got, you know, a favorite food that you guys managed to eat during Christmas and Christmas Eve and the holidays, let me know. Shout out what you guys had for the holidays to eat. Tell me all about your holidays. So, but, we did that, and then we did, we did a little bit of dessert afterwards. I didn't eat any of the dessert. I ate mostly all the, like, the actual meals and savory stuff. But that fish was gone. By the time the family left, I ate most of the fish, because for me, fish is a safe food to eat because of the fish oils and heart health. So, and high in protein, good for the body. So I Chad, I ate way too much fish. So it was pretty good. So I enjoyed it quite a bit. Which I'm happy that I ate, you know, as much fish as I did, because I told myself that because I was doing so well on my diet this year, and I actually lost quite a bit of weight, I actually told myself, hey, as a treat, I'm going to allow myself to put on some holiday weight. I know it's inevitable. I'm not going to try and fight it. I know it's going to happen. Audio is good. Music is a little quiet, but personally, I think it's a good volume. What kind of fish was it? I had cod the other day. The fish that we had was like, I think, like an Alaska salmon fillet. It was grilled in the oven, which was really good, and it had that sort of like, not smoky taste, but like a dry rub taste to it. And then you just, like I say, you smear a little cheese and sour cream on it, and it was so good. And cod is really good too. If you there's many ways you can cook cod. So, also you said the music's a little low. Okay, I can crank that up slightly. Let's do that. I can crank that up like, boom. A little more. Let me crank up the music. I love salmon. I love using it in sushi bake. See, man, you know, sushi bake is really good. Um, I really do enjoy some Sushi Bake. Also, I thought I disabled ads, but I guess I didn't. So, but Sushi Bake is really, really good. I really do enjoy it quite a bit. I I can't eat sushi as much anymore because of the carbs, but again, it's sort of like a cheat day kind of thing. So, how do you do your sushi bake? Like, do you use like different types of sushi? Do you use one specific type of sushi? Um, do you do like kind of like like sort of like a bowl almost? I do a combination of shrimp and salmon. Ooh. Now see, that's living good. That's pretty good. I think that's good. So, but yeah, honestly, like that's not bad at all. So, okay, and I'm just making sure my audio is good. So, cool. I thought I turned off. Give me one sec. Because I thought I turned off ads. Okay. Got it. Okay. Cool. I thought I adjusted that. So, there we go. I do onion powder, garlic powder, other stuff, salmon and shrimp. Then I make rice, layer the salmon shrimp on top, add furikake, spicy mayo. Ah, see, you do it really well with the spicy mayo. So, man, I love spicy mayo. I don't know if I still have the box. I think it's still, yeah, it's behind me actually. Funny story, you mentioned spicy mayo. So, I never revealed this on stream or, during whatever, but it's so funny because Hellman's, about a year or two ago, sent me a care package box, because of a holiday contest thing they were doing. And I guess I commented something on Twitter. I refuse to call it X, but I commented something on Twitter, and they came out with like spicy, like Hellman's mayonnaise. So the box is obviously empty now, but like they had like their own spicy mayonnaise, and they had like recipe cards for other stuff. Yeah, so Hellman's actually like sent me stuff. So, oh yeah, I've been sponsored by like a bunch of stuff before, if you don't know. And then key pie mayo at the end, and I eat it with nori. I love it. Can't cook much with it anymore, but that was my go-to. See, that's fair. Again, because of sort of this low carb, like keto, not keto adjacent diet that I'm on, it's more like half keto low carb, half low sodium is what it is. The problem is I miss sushi, I really do, but all that rice, unless I make sushi somehow with like cauliflower rice, I can't really eat it as much anymore. It has to be like a cheat day thing. But yeah, Hellman's sent me a thing a while back. So, and I've been sponsored by many things before. Since you're new here, Good Vibes Cafe, I'll give the rundown. I have done sponsored content for Mountain Dew, Quick Trip, Hellman's, Dunkin' Donuts, Gamescom, Game Awards, Summer Game Fest, various small video games and like small indie studios. What else? And I had the full list. It's on my YouTube. I'm actually gonna pull it up. Give me one sec. because I can give you the actual full list while I sip on my soda real quick. Here we go. Mountain Dew, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, WB Games, Back for Blood, Quick Trip, Ubisoft, THQ Nordic, Black Forest Games, the Game Awards, Summer Game Fest, Gamescom, Pepsi, Limited Run Games, Sparkling Ice, Bubbly, Logitech, Blue Yeti, BioSteel, Quest Nutrition, Dunkin', and Hellman's. So, thank you. So, I have a small following, but companies still reach out to me to do stuff. So, which I think is like super cool. So, also I'm gonna turn this down, I think, slightly. Give me a sec. There we go. All right, I just wanted to adjust that audio real quick. So, but yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, Christmas Eve was really good. And I'm glad you had a good salmon bake, by the way, especially with the Kewpie mayo and like the salmon shrimp combo. That sounds pretty fucking good, not gonna lie. So, Christmas Eve was good. On top of all the food I ate, I got some gifts from the family, including my cousins and my aunt. I got, if I can get up and show you guys, if I'm able to get up without destroying my setup. There we go. I got this North Face hoodie, which apparently North Face hoodies, from what I understand, are expensive. And I like the design on this one on the back because it's actually like cool looking. So if you can see it, but I got that. I got these really comfortable like light pajamas, which I really like these pajamas. So they're really cozy. So I appreciate that. So I got some new jeans, new socks. I got a little bit of cash. I got what was it? I got a little bit of cash. I got some what I call ADHD trinkets because I have ADHD. And so with my brain, I like having something to sort of like basically fidget with, like a stress ball or like a stress cube, for when like my brain needs to like gather my thoughts and shit. So I try and do that. So I got a couple of those things, and the biggest thing was I got a $100 gift card from DoorDash. So that was super cool. So, which I still have like $70 left in DoorDash credit. That's just sitting on my account because I've been stacking it with when they do the NBA 50 deals after NBA games. So, me too. We got crow brains. Yo, someone gets it. Someone gets it. We got crow brains. We do have crow brains. So, for me, it's not just crow brains. Like, I completely understand and get it. For me, it's like, amazing. You got a nice haul for Christmas. Yeah, it was quite nice. So, I really appreciated all the Christmas gifts that I got this year, especially considering I actually didn't ask for much. I just told my family, I just need the necessities. I need new shoes, which I did get some new like winter boots and shoes, by the way. Like we are so smart, but shiny trinkets are shiny. Exactly. Yes, exactly. Like I always have a shiny trinket with me. So I always have something with me just to like make sure that my brain is like stimulated, but like evenly stimulated. So you get it. We are very intelligent people, but also shiny. So, but yeah, I had a good Christmas and Christmas Eve. I got jeans, I got dress socks, and my partner Hadako got me some early Black Friday, Cyber Monday gifts. And she says that's gonna be your Christmas gifts, and I'm like, you know what? That's fair. So I got my Christmas gifts early from her, which were, I've got some of them right here. I've got, I finally got Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, which I'm happy about that. And if we got Ecolala, literally crows. See, yes. Yes. So, which I think I know what Ecolala is. Let me look. Yeah. That is sounds heard from others. Okay. I was making sure I didn't confuse this with a different thing. So I have this on the rare occasion, but I don't have it as often, but I have caught myself like repeating certain sounds and words on occasion, either from others or from like songs that I've heard, or like there are certain like sounds that I'll hear from certain places that like the best way I can describe it is they scratch a very niche specific part of my brain that just feels good. Like, you ever have someone scratch your back in a spot that you can't reach? It's like that feeling. So, but yeah, I got Sonic Racing Cross Worlds finally. I'm excited because I've been wanting to play this, which I have a funny story about this. I'll tell later. So, at my work, I managed to get a brand new copy of Silent Hill 2 Remake, for the PS5, because it was marked down on clearance from like $40 to like $12 brand new. And I was like, yes, please. And then I got No More Heroes 3 Day 1 edition a while back. And it comes with the game, an art book, a motorcycle license plate, and a CD. And I love the No More Heroes games. So I also got the big one. The big one. The big one. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Battlefield. So, cause I love Battlefield. So, Battlefield is fun. But if anyone makes a reference to a song or whatever, I am repeating it. So you get it. Exactly. You totally get it. So, by the way, ad break starts in like 4 minutes. So, ad break starts in 4 minutes. But if you're subscribed, or use your Prime, then you get bonus commentary and you get access to cool new emotes. You get access to subscriber-only streams, and other perks too. So, but that's if you want to. I hate being that guy and that streamer that's like, you know, like, comment, subscribe, yeah, but, you know, give me money. But like, nah. But there are actual perks if you guys choose to subscribe and toss a few bones my way. So, but yeah, no, really good Christmas Eve. I really enjoyed myself quite a bit. So, and I ate so much food, it was not even funny. But I also, like I say, with songs and references, I repeat them verbatim sometimes, often, especially if it's something that, like, I really enjoy talking about. So, yeah, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Right, exactly. So, God, I always find it funny when YouTubers and TikTok people and Instagram are like, yeah, obliterate that subscriber button. Absolutely nuke that bell like it, like, you know. Guys, it's not that serious. So, but yeah. But it was a good Christmas. It was a really good Christmas, a really good Christmas Eve. I'm happy, especially because, like, all I wanted to do was just relax and eat a lot of food. And it was funny because I had a staycation from work recently too. And so my staycation actually started after work on Christmas Eve. So I was off for like 6 days in a row. So, which was quite nice. I really did enjoy that. And I'm going to talk about the staycation here in a bit after we get back from the ad break. So, but yeah. I also got my family some good gifts. I got my aunt some Beats pill earbuds. I got my cousin this nice breakfast kit set where he can make like blueberry jam pancakes, like homemade, like farmhouse pancakes. And I got my other cousin some free movie tickets to Synergy and some popcorn and drinks. So I wanted to give him a day to actually have to himself, you know, since he works so much. So, but yeah, but don't go too far if you're watching on Twitch. I'm also multi-streaming this on YouTube as well too. So, but don't go too far. We will be back in a couple minutes. We're gonna run a quick ad break, and then when we come back, we're gonna talk some more stuff. So, see you in a bit. There we go. Moving that a little closer so y'all can see me. But we're back. So, let me play the music. Let me get back to that music. There we go. But yeah, we did actually pretty good on Christmas and Christmas Eve, which was nice. So, I enjoyed myself quite a bit. So, and I finally got a chance to have an actual staycation for once, which was nice. Especially because, like, for me personally, actually, I'm going to change the music on here real quick. There we go. Perfect. There we are. But yeah, fixed up the music. But yeah, staycation was nice. It really was nice. We had a chance to actually like take it easy on our staycation. We had a chance to actually like watch some TV, catch up on movies. Me and Hanako actually just relaxed for a bit, which was nice. Most of the time we went and saw some movies. We went to Synergy to see Anaconda and a few other films. Had some snacks, drinks, and movies. We made a lot of pit stops to some of our favorite like mom and pop restaurants and places and ate, which was good. And we really just took it easy, you know. We just had ourselves a good time. I spent Christmas Day as well too with some of Hadako's friends and family, and they were really nice. Especially just because like some of the people she knows and like her friends did sort of like a found family Christmas, which was nice. And we ate a lot of like different international foods and worldly foods from other places. So, but the food was really good. The celebrations were nice. We had sort of like a eat, drink, and be merry kind of Christmas. It wasn't anything too crazy. It was legit just all of us and her friends and my friends hanging out and vibing and having a good time, which I enjoyed. It was also quite nice just because like with the little staycation that we had a chance to actually like eat up a bunch of food we had. Christmas Day, we actually wind up having prime rib and French onion soup, which I wind up buying the unsalted beef broth so that I could finally have it and eat it, and it was really good, which I was pretty happy about. And it was nice because the soup came out really, really good. My cousin made it, and he also made the prime rib. So, because he marinated it for a few hours, then cooked it in the oven for a few hours, and then finally he smoked a little bit of it out on the grill for a little bit, and it came out really good smoked. And we had so much left over from all the food that I got to take some home for leftovers, and we actually just got to eat like really good, which was nice. So, so between that and then our staycation, we just filled up on so much food. And we've had like leftover pancakes with the sugar-free syrup. We've had leftover filling and stuff for burritos. We've had leftover steak and prime rib. God, that's all I wanted was just to eat good food, have some new clothes, and just, a few necessities, and that was it. The video games were a bonus. The DoorDash gift card was a bonus. All the other stuff was a big bonus, and I got really spoiled this holiday season. This last holiday season. So, it was quite nice. And then New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, I didn't really do much. I worked both those days, and we just kind of took it easy. And just sort of relaxed. I worked, got home. I think we cooked some food. I know New Year's Eve we stayed up to watch the ball drop, which was cool. Because it was nice to just sort of watch that and, sort of vibe with that and, enjoy just watching the ball drop, relax, and take it easy. So, we didn't overdo it or anything, which was nice. Which I'm glad that we didn't. So, because I didn't want to overdo it. So, and I'm glad that we didn't. It was one of those things that was just kind of like, yeah, there's still so much food we can eat, but at the same time, it's like, oh man, what are you gonna do? So there was that, and then after we ate all that food, we watched the ball drop and just went back to work. So, which is funny because I was supposed to work like 5 days in a row. But I got sick the other day with some weird symptoms. Part of it's because of the weird changing in the weather and stuff. So it just kind of messed with my whole system. And so as such, it's like I've just been so tired and like so stuffy. So that's why you hear me like congested a little bit, and my body's been really achy. But I actually wound up going to work yesterday a little late because of not feeling good. So I was like a few minutes late, and then I told my team leads and boss at the time, hey, I'm going to do my best to try and stay here as long as I can, but I am feeling terrible, and I have a little bit of sick time left over, so I'm going to use that to leave early when I can. And so I explained that to them, and they were cool with it. And so I got as much work as I could that day, yesterday, before I left early. And I basically just rested. I left work early yesterday, and after I left work yesterday, I took a nap, and then after I took that nap, I still felt awful, but I had to order some groceries, so I ordered some groceries for delivery yesterday and got delivered. So, and then I know for a fact that I wasn't feeling good this morning either, because I was like, you know what, I could tell the sign because yesterday, not last night, but the night before, The first sign was that I fell asleep at like 8:30, which I never do. And then after I fell asleep, the second red flag was I woke up randomly at like 2 o'clock in the morning with like various symptoms, went back to bed, and then the third sign was that I had apparently slept past my alarm, and that's why I was late for work yesterday. So, but after I was like, look, if I start having the same symptoms after I get home from work early, after I leave early, and tonight, then I'm going to call off on Sunday. And that's the reason why I called off today, was because I was having some of the same symptoms. Drink water. Make sure you drink water, kids. But yeah, did that. I fell asleep at a normal time at like 10:30, and I was fine while I was asleep until I woke up randomly at like 4 in the morning and started having the same symptoms again. So, yeah. That's the reason why I called off work today, was because I just was not having it. I was feeling icky. So, I called off work today, and then I have off tomorrow as well too. So, my plan is to just take it slow and easy as much as possible for the next day or two, go back to work hopefully Tuesday, and then hopefully by Tuesday I'll feel better, work, and then I think I'm off Wednesday, Thursday. I can rest those days and then go back to work Friday, and then yeah. So, but man, my body was just not having it. Straight up 100%. So, also, I'm going to turn on another light real quick. I notice it's really dark. Give me 1 sec. Ugh. Means I got to get up. Or at least I think it's dark. I think it's my monitor. Yeah. Oh, no, it's just my monitor. Okay, so you guys can see me okay. Cool. All right. Perfect. It's just the way my monitor is. All right, cool. So, all right. Gotta stretch anyways. There we go. There we are. Oh, I gotta stretch. Okay. But yeah. So, but yeah, my Christmas Eve and Christmas Day was good. My staycation was good. I kind of wish I didn't start the year feeling icky, but I think because of where I'm at in the universe with all the pressure and rapidly changing weather conditions, it's messing with my body. So, and that's why I feel icky. And that's why I'm trying to just have a low maintenance self-care day. So, which I'm trying to do. It's hard to do, but it's also one of those things where, like, you know, you can only do so much as a human being. So, but yeah, there's other things I wanted to talk about as well too. It wasn't just like the holidays and Christmas and Christmas Eve and all that. So, I have been weirdly fascinated lately with like specific like geographic like programs and editing software to where you can edit like shapes and edit like patterns and edit like sequences and stuff. I'm seeing a lot of that on like my Facebook feed and like my Instagram feed and like stuff like that. And I know there is a program. I'm not sure if it's AI or not, but let me pull up my Facebook real quick. Because I actually did share, and so did Hadako. We shared some of it on there. That actually looked really cool. And so I've been kind of fascinated with the way that like the software is run. But last I checked, it was not an AI thing that was being used. It was just like an actual programming software. So if I can find it, here we go. Omni Geometry, I think. I've been really fascinated with this, and part of it's like 100% just like an ADHD stim. I can fully recognize that, but it is a geometry software that provides users with a fast and interactive experience with inspired designs. This thing here, I'm gonna post the link. No, post the website, not the... I don't care about the Instagram. I want their website. Yeah, here we go. So this thing. I'm going to post it on the... I think that sends you directly to their website. Okay, here we go. That's a little better instead of that long-ass link. Boom. That's the thing I'm talking about. So, it's weird, but like I've been fascinated by it a little bit, and it's kind of an interesting software. But like I don't think it's an AI program. I think it's like just a geometric software that looked really cool that I've been sharing and posting on about, and it's actually kind of neat. So I was kind of surprised by it. So there was that. Another thing I've been actually fascinated with is I've been following this thing on like Instagram Reels and Facebook and like the socials, Subway Takes, where it's just this guy interviewing random people on like a bus or a light rail or subway in like New York and other places and asking what their spontaneous takes are. So, and it's actually really cool. So I thought it was actually pretty interesting. So, and I've been getting a laugh out of it. I've been sharing it mostly on like Facebook and stuff, but it's been actually really interesting and really fascinating. So, which I'm pleasantly surprised by. So, I don't know what this is. Weird plugin. Okay. But yeah, that's been kind of cool. And then, I don't know. I've just, a lot of the time that I've had off lately, I've been using it to just sort of unplug, relax, watch like a lot of YouTube videos and like a couple movies, start like rewatching some of my favorite TV shows. And it's been nice to just sort of unplug for a bit. And I have been working on some other projects as well too down the pipeline. So, which I really feel like I actually ended the year on like a pretty good high note. in December. With the fact that I got to do yet another sponsored, like, not only Dunkin' Donuts related video, but it was also a Wicked sponsored thing too. Because I didn't think that my first movie review on Wicked Part 1 actually got a lot of traction, but I guess it did. So a lot of people must have seen it. I have this feeling, and this is so dumb, but I have this feeling that YouTube doesn't correctly count all of the views that videos get and like shorts get, because I have this feeling that a lot of people do actually watch my YouTube videos and shorts and other projects, and like it just doesn't correctly like tally those views for some reason. Maybe it's like a mobile thing or like a website thing or a server thing. Maybe Google is just being dumb. But like, I have a feeling that's the case, because otherwise I wouldn't have had the opportunity to actually do like a follow-up not only to Wicked Part 2 with Synergy, but to do the other thing with Dunkin' as well too. So I thought that was cool to end the year on that, and to end the year on like other things as well too. So, which is nice, because I didn't think I would get the chance to end the year as strongly as I did. You know, like I got a lot of movie reviews out. I got new taste tests out. I found it funny that one of my hot takes that I actually did, one of my episodes of hot takes, actually had quite a bit of views and had mixed feelings on it. Because I think a lot of people misunderstood the point of that episode. Which I'm going to post the link to it real quick here, so that people know what I'm talking about. There you go, and so does chat. So there you go. There's the actual episode itself. But I think a lot of people misunderstood the point of the episode, and a lot of people agreed with it, a lot of people disagreed with it. The whole point of the take was that it's hypocritical for Disney to get upset at Google about AI images and like a breach of contract or relationship, but then the very next minute partner up with OpenAI to have officially sponsored Disney like OpenAI sourcing, and then not fully understand the fact that Google is in fact just a search engine software and a company. Google is not held responsible for all of the AI slop and garbage that's out there in the universe. That comes from the other people and other companies and other things that make AI garbage, and just use Google as a place to post and put that stuff out there on the ether. So I found that dumb. Also, AI has actually been around since like the 80s and 90s, and hell, possibly in some cases like even earlier than that. And people just don't want to talk about that, because software and programs for a lot of tech code and like all the video games you play, all the software used for streaming and editing, a lot of your TVs, your smart devices, all that have AI caked in them for years now, and nobody's batted an eye up until past couple of years or more. So I find that funny. So, like it or not, AI is going to be around, but like we can mitigate the amount of garbage and slop and trash that's being produced with AI. So that was the whole point of the rant. And I feel like a lot of people misunderstood that. So, which I think is kind of funny. But that's just me. So, another thing that I wanted to talk about as well too, which I didn't talk about yet. I am really considering like using 2026 as a year to try and branch out and do more voice acting work, because for close enough friends or friends who do know, I do try and voice act where I can and practice my voice acting with projects and other stuff. In fact, some of my previous YouTube videos and Twitch streams and a lot of that, I've done voice acting. So it's me trying to just project that. And I think that is going to be one of my minor 2026 resolutions this year, is to actually like be more experimental with a lot of the content and a lot of the stuff that I do. More so than I usually am. But I also want to get into the rhythm of posting stuff that I know people will enjoy. So as long as it's something that I still enjoy doing too. Because I want to set up some really cool and big projects and stuff. And set up a few like big things before I launch a few projects and continue doing like the normal stuff that I do. So but there's a lot in the works that I want to get done. It's just trying to find the time. And I really do want to go back to doing streaming and content and editing and all that stuff full time, but it just doesn't pay the bills unless like I'm popular enough, which I hate to say it, but I think this year is going to be the year I actually make the push to finally like advocate a lot more for myself in terms of my content. Because I feel like I don't want to be that guy that, like I said previously on the stream, I'm like, oh, like and comment and subscribe and, harass the audience about it. But, like, I want to show that there is, like, an inherent value to what I do, if that makes sense. So, there is, in fact, a value to all the projects and stuff that I do work on. So, which I want to do. I want to project that to all of you. So, but I also want to like make sure that people are aware that there is something for everybody, which is the whole point. I want to travel more. I really do want to travel more this year. That's the actual major accomplishment I want to do this year. I want to travel more. I want to go and be invited to events and stuff. Like, I want to get at least somewhat popular enough to where brands and companies and conventions and like basically I want to get invited out to like cons and like conventions and gatherings and get-togethers and events. I want to just travel more. So, and I want to save up the money to do so, but it's going to be hard to do that knowing that the HOA is going up like 10% this year, which is sucks because that's an extra $30 to $40 I have to spend every month. Plus bills and the way the economy is at. I also like. I want to be able, and going along with the travel thing, I want to be able to like actually explore and try different foods and things and like just, really capture the cultures of everyday life a bit more. I don't know why, but like I was rewatching some old like Anthony Bourdain episodes of like No Reservations and like Parts Unknown and like his series on like CNN that he did, and I really just sort of between that and some of like the Cooking Channel Food Network shows that I used to watch growing up, I wish I could get to the point where I could just travel, sample new foods, and like just be friends with people and enjoy vibes and like get paid to do that and have like an actual budget to do things. So that's me. I really wish I could do that. But it's also one of those things that like I wish I had the like it's not so much the time. I can get the time. I can work on the time. It's more or less the budget, and it's more or less like the connections. And I don't know how other creators and other like streamers and other big names do it. I know part of it is reaching out to all these brands and messaging them and doing stuff, but like I said, that's going to be the whole part of like putting myself out there more. So I want to work on putting myself out there more in the universe and multiverse and beyond. I want people to actually like see the quality, if that makes sense. Quality over quantity, if that makes quality over quantity. So what's some other stuff I wanted to talk about? I don't want to talk about like hot topic, stuff or like hot button stuff because there's already so much chaos in the world and Earth right now. But I will say something I'm excited for. I was told that some of the Avengers Doomsday stuff, like the teasers and stuff's already been coming out. And it looks good. It looks promising. I saw the teaser with Thor. What was it the other day? And then before that, there was the Captain America teaser. So I guess if you guys haven't seen it, go watch those. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but like, it's cool that they're really taking Avengers Doomsday a bit more seriously. And we're also getting non-goofy Thor, which is nice. I'm glad that Thor, hopefully, with the movie coming up, is getting more of a serious tone than his comedic tone that he's had in the past, I want to say, couple movies and, like, on-screen appearances. So, because I like Thor. Thor is a good character. And I like Captain America quite a bit, too. But, I want something that represents how far the tone of Marvel really can get. So, what else? Had a good Christmas. Had a good Christmas Eve. Talked about New Year's. Talked about all the food I ate during catering at work. Um, I, I guess it's kind of a food thing. And speaking of food, I'm gonna grab another slice of pizza. So, grab a small slice this time. There you go. Small slice of pizza. Pizza. I'm having pizza today. It's a self-care day. And I got some ranch. I know it's probably because it's winter, and I know it's probably because, you know, it's the holiday season, and it's New Year, and it's still cold out. But, like, legit, I've been in a soup mood. Like, legit. I made some, like, vegetable stock soup a while back. And it came out really good with, like, mixed veggies and, like peppers and onions. Like I said earlier in the stream, my cousin made that French onion soup with the unsalted beef broth that was really good. And then the swamp soup for Christmas Eve. And then, Hanako actually did some cooking in the kitchen. And she made a double chicken stock soup with veggies, which we've been eating that for the past couple days as well too, and it came out really good. She used an unsalted chicken stock, and then we had some shredded up and like diced up like grilled chicken that she threw in a pot with the chicken stock with some mixed veggies and some seasoning. I think it was like some basil, thyme, and a few other things. And it came out really good. Like, legit, no joke. I don't think we took any photos of it or anything. If I find them, I'll post them on socials. But, man, it has been like a good past like couple, like month or two. Couple months? Yeah, a couple months for like soup. I don't know. Chat, what have you been eating? If you guys are tuning in or lurking or wanting to engage or talk, what have you guys been eating during the holiday season? What's been your go-to food? I know Good Vibes Cafe earlier talked about some like shrimp and salmon like sushi bake, which was really good. So, ham and gluine. I think I'm saying that right. Ham and gluine. Ham is always good. G-L-U. Let me look at that. G-L-U-W-E-I-N. W-E-I-N. Oh. Interesting. It is... Yeah, it's a nice like mulled wine basically. Okay, ham and wine. That's ooh. Oh, it's got like an orange zest to it, with like you can use cinnamon sticks for it and like whole cloves and dry red wine. That sounds pretty good. Not gonna lie, like that actually sounds tasty. I would like man. I mean, the whole point of this stream is I'm going to ramble for a bit. So, and that's what we're doing is we're just kind of yapping and rambling. But like, man, legit, I miss ham. Ever since I changed up my diet and everything, like, I still get my regular protein. Don't get me wrong. Like, I still eat. I usually eat like Impossible beef, or I'll eat like turkey, or I'll eat chicken, or just go and eat veggies because I just really like veggies. But like, I don't eat like beef or ham or pork often because, and I know this is weird and it's going to sound weird, but like I tried eating more of that last year. I tried eating a bit more normally and having more of an evenly balanced diet with meats and veggies and fiber and everything else. And for me, I can barely hear this song, by the way. There we go. I can hear that one. All right. And for me, like, there's just something about like ham and beef and pork that just feels like it's too heavy sitting in my body, if that makes sense. It just feels like when I eat it, it's just too heavy. And like, not in like a, oh, this doesn't taste good way, this tastes fantastic, but more like when I eat it and like I enjoy it, I just feel like it's just sitting there longer and it's just too heavy for like my digestive system. It's too heavy for like my heart to handle and my body to handle. And I think that is partially just because I've cut out so much cholesterol and fat and like carbs and like my intake last year. Like no joke. I want to tell you guys this now more than anything after I blow my nose. Give me a sec. I'm gonna mute myself. I'm getting over being a little sick. So like not last year, but the year before, I was at a steady weight. I was about like maybe 175 max, maybe like closer to 180. And then I actually really focused a lot on losing, a lot of that weight and eating healthier, changing my diet, changing how I eat, stuff like that. And I wound up losing weight. And I wound up losing weight to about 173, 175 that year. So then my goal the next year, which was last year, was okay, I want to lose just a smidge more weight, but not overdo it. But I'm trying to think of what else I could cut from my diet. And so I was like, I don't really eat a lot of heavy meats and stuff nowadays. I'm not fully vegan because I still enjoy chicken and dairy and like eggs and cheese and stuff like that. But I want to limit how much I, consume because cholesterol is really heavy. And with that cholesterol comes a lot of fat. So I changed up my diet again. It worked. It worked a little too well. And my average weight for how tall I am, which I fluctuate, I'm about 6'3", 6'5". I average now like 165, 170 in weight. So, which I'm happy about. That is a very, very healthy weight. That is like exceptionally healthy. But at the same time, I'm trying to keep it that way because anything lower and I'd be considered almost like too skinny. It almost border into like, hey, you're not eating enough territory. So, but at the same time, I mean, because of how active I am at work, how active I am, running around filming content and editing and going to events and just my lifestyle, I just find it easier to eat like salads, stuffed peppers, stir fry, stuff that's low in carb, low in fats, low in cholesterol. Drink a lot of water, obviously, which got a big thing of water. So, like, for me, 165 to 170 is really good. But, like, for others, when I tell them that, they're like, oh, that's too skinny. Oh, that's you're losing too much weight. Oh, that's a little alarming. And I'm like, yeah, but I feel healthy. I feel good. I feel energetic. You know, I feel like there's more pep in my step, you know. And so I realize the concerns, which is why I also try and introduce more, again, protein and other foods in my diet and eat a bit more normally. And again, on the rare occasion, have a cheat day. So even if it's just a thin crust pizza with veggies and mushrooms and chicken. So I don't know. It just feels, I guess, odd to, like, have people, like, be like, oh, you're eating too much or you're eating too little, but then, like, see how much people consume even on a non-holiday basis. And I'm like, I think compared to other people, I'm doing good. And the reason why I bring this up, this actually segues into, like, a topic I wanted to talk about. People's expectation goals or expectations for, like, health is definitely a little skewed and weird. Because, like, I mean, look, I can talk about this all day, but I won't. So I'm going to keep it to, like, a sort of like a bullet point, because I don't want this to turn into, like, a hot takes episode. I want this to sort of be, like, just an overall, like, here are my thoughts kind of thing. Ever since I started eating a lot healthier and only doing stuff like this on the rare occasion, and, like, cutting back a lot, I really do notice how heavily targeted a lot of certain foods and drinks and, like, experiences and services are, not just, you know, in America, and not just, you know, in other countries, but, like, on Earth as a whole. And, like, I almost find it, like, uncomfortable, if that makes sense. And I'm not talking about, like, just, like, fast food, right? Or, like, ice cream, desserts, junk food, like your typical cheesy advertisement, right? Because even I indulge in garbage, right? Like, we all do. That's not the issue. The issue is, like, I think there's such a heavy focus on, like, the stimulation that comes from consuming a meal and consuming food that I find a little uncomfortable with, that's more heavily marketed and pushed. Like, a lot of wine and alcohol companies, with their commercials and advertising, always specifically mention, like, a big feast, or, like, a big outing, or a restaurant, or, like a big outdoor barbecue, or, like a cookout or something, or, I don't know, Bill's fucking barbecue meatzilla parade, or the chili cook-off or something, right? They're always, it's always going hand in hand. And then, like, if you go more on, like, the normal side of things, like, let's say orange juice, right? Or, like, milk, like, just basic, drinks and groceries. A lot of those advertisements really talk more less about how, like, sometimes the product itself and more what's in the product, how it's made, how it's manufactured, and like, oh, well, on a cold, wintry, frostbitten day, you could go for a nice glass of Roof's almond vanilla milk, made with real almonds, made with real milk, made with real vanilla, made with real as real can get. Orange juice is the same way. Like, they're not talking about the product itself. They're talking about, like, oh, well, Phillips orange juice is made with 100% real organic citrus and real organic orange juice and real organic squeezed labor from real organic squeezed American hands that squeezed and plucked the oranges themselves directly into your carton of orange juice directly into your soul directly. As if they didn't say directly enough times. So, it's like, it's weird. It really is. So, it's kind of odd, too, because, like, ad break starts in 5 minutes, by the way, if you're on Twitch. But, like, it's weird that food companies outside of even, like, the junk food marketing and fast food marketing and stuff have now started, like, really reassuring to people, oh, our products are safe to drink and real. They're organic and FDA approved and keto approved and sugar approved and all these things. But, like, there's been such a big push for it that it's been uncomfortable. Like, and it's made it so that, like, buying certain groceries and foods and ingredients and stuff, like, and I'm not saying don't look at the nutrition facts. Obviously look at your nutrition facts. But, like, it's made it to the point where, like, these ads feel a little, like, passive aggressive, if that makes sense. So, like, actually, you know what? For those who are watching on Twitch, and if you aren't subscribed, right, on Twitch, you don't have a Prime sub or you're not a paid sub member, do me a favor, watch the ads on the ad break. Let me know what ads I actually get on this stream. And let me know if they're, like, food-related ads. Let me know if they're alcohol-related ads. And, like, you'll see what I'm talking about. Where it's this sort of, like, soft piano, organic, like, frou-frou. We promise our food and our ingredients are made with real, wholesome, freshly squeezed cashews. Like, okay, lady, I don't care. So, I don't know. It just feels weird. Is all. So, I never thought, like, it'd be one of those things that I myself would be weirded out about until I started seeing ads like that more often. I see it especially when, like, I'm watching stuff on TV, trying to lay down, eat dinner, snuggle with Hadako. We're having, like, our cuddle time and everything, and it's just playing. So, and it's almost as uncomfortable as, like, those, like, pill or prescription drug commercials. You know the ones I'm talking about, right? The ones that are like, oh, ask your doctor about glufa 5 and Happenheimer. Glufafyfin Happenheimer may cause severe side effects such as diarrhea, nausea, and vomiting, blood from your eyes, blood from your ears, going bald, hair loss, supersonic, ultra-powered, subatomic diarrhea, spinning your head around 3 times, vomiting green slime, and chanting Catherine. Please consult the doctor if you experience any of these symptoms. You know, like that. You know the ones. You know the ones. So, I don't know. It's why I go back and look at old, like, Onion parodies and, like, Encyclopedia Dramatica articles just for a laugh. Just to, like, see people describe these, like, a lot of these products and make fun of it a little bit in these old parodies. Because it makes for a good chuckle. So, it's why Adult Swim even did, like, parodies of infomercials for a while. They haven't done one of those in a while. I really feel like they should. Adult Swim, if you're listening somehow, which I highly doubt you are, make more parody infomercials. Those are funny. I liked those. So, anyhow, we'll be back in about a couple minutes. We got an ad break starting in less than 30 seconds on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, then I'll just be on a BRB screen. So it gives me a chance to stretch, use the restroom, move around a little bit. And then we'll talk about some more stuff for a little bit. And then we'll go from there. So we'll be back. I'm back. Hello, everybody. Let me turn the music back on. There we go. Got some soft music back on. Paul says the Copenhagen test on Peacock. Interesting. I heard about that, but I haven't watched it. I don't know if it's out yet or not. Instacart. Okay, so food and Twitch Turbo. Okay. So, at least the ads changed up a little bit. So, actually, I kind of have a funny story about Instacart. Just a quick little funny, bit. I'm going to crack open the sparkling water real quick, though. It's strawberry mango, for those who are curious. We'll hold it up on screen for a sec. Strawberry mango. So, ooh, that was a good sound. That was a very pleasing sound. Excuse me. So, I'm going to put this right there, I guess. Or I guess I could put it right here. Will it spill? No. Okay. So, yeah. Funny little anecdote about Instacart. It's a very short one, but it's kind of funny because I think I used Instacart maybe once or twice in my entire life. And I think it was through some kind of targeted ad. And it was try Instacart and you get was it $50 off your first order, or 25 off your first 2 orders. And I was like, yeah, sure, I could use it to buy some groceries. I think I did that. What was it? I think it was back when the was around, in 2020, 2021. So, which, by the way, a lot of people tend to forget, but it's still around. Yeah, that's still around in 2026. We just kind of, still there. So, but when I can't say the actual word on Twitch or YouTube because apparently even in 2026 saying the actual word gets you flagged. So I call it the hut. But if you know, you know. So back when the hut was happening, is when I used Instacart. And I thought the service was okay. I thought it was fine, but they had such weird delivery times with their windows for ordering food and ordering groceries. And it was weird too because there had to be certain limits that you had to spend in order to qualify for a delivery. And then I think I got Instacart premium or some crap for free for a month. So I wound up using that for a little bit and then stopped. And it just got to the point where I was like, there's no point. So, and I guess that goes back to kind of my rant, not rant, but my conversation earlier. It's not really a rant, just an observation. I noticed that with food delivery apps and grocery delivering apps, they're all super calm and chill, or they're all goofy, or they're all they know what they are, and they're very complete opposite of what I was talking about earlier. So much so that I actually prefer using these apps, when I have the funds, when I have the money to do so, rather than just going to the grocery store, or if there's like deals, simply because like if I'm craving a specific junk food or craving ingredients for a dish I want to make at home, it's easier for me personally to order that stuff off of like DoorDash or Uber Eats or like Grubhub or whatever, and then like do that. And then if I want to try out like a new restaurant, then I would rather go to that restaurant and try it out in person for the first time, check out the aesthetic, the vibes, like check out like the people, check out like the atmosphere, the food, the drinks. It's I like doing that by myself, cuz I've tried many fucking times to invite my friends out to just go get food with me, go get coffee with me, go just catch up, just talk to me, and none of my fucking Earth friends want to physically spend time with me anymore. I give the fuck up. Like, in terms of like physically going out and doing something, even if it's just for a quick bite to eat out, you know, after work, or like if it's like, hey, let's go see a movie. I hear the new Avatar movie is out, or I hear I don't know, Mickey 17 is out, or the new SpongeBob movie's out. It might be funny. And I'm so tired of trying to include my friends in my adventures and stuff when 95 to 100% of the time they just say, no, can't do it. No, I don't want to. Or they ghost me, or just, or they're busy, or they're working, or just whatever. So I just gave up, you know. And anytime I've tried making new friends physically out in the universe or multiverse, you know, it's the same thing after I become friends with them for a little bit. It's just constant no's, and no's. So I just started going out by myself to restaurants and to movies and to events and stuff. And I've started going out more, like with Hanako and Jinyu and with Dewey and everybody here on the ship more, because it's just easier, you know? Like, I'm so tired of trying to socialize with humanity and hear them say, oh, I want to go out and do stuff and have fun and have a good time. And then you actually invite them out to do something, right? And it's like, nah, I don't want to do it. So, I don't know. I don't know how we got off from food delivery apps to people having social anxiety, but, ADHD. So, but yeah, I'm so tired of the expectations of social gatherings, which is why I just go out and have fun and record shit and vlog about shit and eat good food. And I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time as much as I can. That's the difference. You know? And like, it's part of the reason why I want to focus more on like my vlogs and taste tests and misadventures and going out to events and places and, put out more content for you guys is because I want to go out and do stuff. And the few times I get to actually spend time with friends to do stuff is either online only, or I have to, ask them, hey, can you make some time to join me for a recording sesh or a thing or a project, or do you want to, can you make some time to do this and that and hang out with me and just vibe and yeah. So I don't know. Basically, this is my way of saying I think I've become a frustrated extrovert that has now started becoming an introvert, but socially, in a weird way, I guess. It's this weird, almost like a frustrated omnivert, I guess. Is omnivert? I think omnivert's an actual thing. I feel like that's an actual terminology. Give me one sec. Yeah, it is. An omnivert is a personality type that swings between extreme introversion and extreme extroversion. Unlike an ambivert who finds a balance, omniverts can be the life of the party one day, completely withdrawn the next, depending on their mood or situation, showing all or nothing tendencies in their social energy. Yeah, that's basically me. I've just become this, very frustrated omnivert. So it's just ugh. What's the difference though between that and ambivert? An ambivert is a person with a mix of both. She's finding a balance in social situations by both enjoying social interaction and quiet solitude. I think I am slowly becoming more balanced as an ambivert, but I feel like right now what best fits is I'm a frustrated omnivert. The times I want to just be by myself are the times that I can't, and the times that I want to socially energize and interact with people, nobody wants to. Everything is so misaligned, and I'm done. So it's wild. So I don't know how else to explain it other than, it's weird. It's a weird feeling. So I don't know. Oh yeah, video games. I was going to talk about video games for a minute. I guess kind of a content update, not really, but I'm going to be streaming some different video games more for a bit in January. I've got a few videos here and there, smaller ones coming out in January and February. Because the problem is that right now I'm trying to focus on keeping the roof over my head ever since this HOA increase. The 10% basically brought up my monthly HOA to an extra $30, $40, and budgeting is really tight right now. So because of that, I feel like streaming is going to be more of an easier focus than it is for me to put out videos. So, which I want to put out more videos. And I want to put out more like short videos and like short stream or like short form content, if that makes sense. But I'm trying to also make sure there's a nice healthy variety too. So, so there's that. I'll probably wind up playing Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, Battlefield 6. I want to get back into Rocket League a little bit. I really do. I do kind of miss playing it, but like I miss the itch of playing it a little bit. Everyone's been saying I need to get Arc Raiders. And I played a little bit during that server slam that they did. And I know the game has been out for a while. I know people have said they really like it. So I just don't have the cash. How much is it right now? It's $31.99 on PlayStation. Okay. If I get the standard edition, it's like $30, which is fine. But the problem is I don't got the monies to be doing that, if that makes sense. So I just don't has the funds. So, because like I say, all my money needs to be saved towards bills and groceries and stuff like that. But I want to get it. So, I thought I was already logged in on the PlayStation. That's wild. So, am I already logged? Okay, I'm not logged in. I'm gonna log in real quick. Should recognize me. I'm on the website. I'm not actually on the console tonight. Yeah. All right. Can I actually show off my PlayStation wish list? Oh no, I guess people have to actually log on to PlayStation to see my wish list. Okay. That makes sense. Alright. Good pizza. You already own another edition. I don't own Arc Raiders. Unless you're talking about the tech test. I own the tech test. I don't own the actual game. Yeah. Yeah, I don't own the actual game, PlayStation. But yeah, no. Apparently the game is on sale, which is cool. It's like $30, I think. So, I don't know. I've been talking to my coworkers and I've been talking to a lot of friends and stuff when I do get a chance to talk to them online. And a lot of people are saying like, you know, oh hey, the game's actually pretty good. But I just haven't been playing it. So, but yeah, I'm going to be playing some other games and stuff. Playing more of the previously sponsored games as well too. So I'll be doing, you know, more of that. I'll probably wind up playing Yokai Replay more. I recently got Time Splitters again, which is cool. I've been really wanting to do an entire actual playthrough of Tomb Raider, and I'm thinking of doing that sometime in the future, like a let's play of like Tomb Raider. So I want to start doing like actual like let's play type stuff. So, oh, Paul. Oh, I've started playing The Forest. Oh, nice. The Forest is actually really good. I have The Forest, the first one. I don't have number 2 or number 3. I have the first one. So, I have it on both, I think I have it on Steam, actually. Let me check. I know I have it on PlayStation. That's for sure. I definitely have it on PlayStation. Let me look at Steam. I think I have The Forest on. Let me look. I do not. I do not have The Forest on Steam. I thought I did. Nope, I have it just on PlayStation. But it is crossplay, I think, last I checked. So, actually, let me check Steam. I'm going to see how much it actually is, because maybe I could just buy a copy if it's cheap enough. Where is store? Search Forest. Yeah, the first one's like $4.59. I can buy that in the next day or two. That's not a big deal. So, but yeah, The Forest is really good, Paul. You should definitely keep playing it. It's a fun game. It's a little spooky, but it definitely is fun, and I like crafting and building a lot of stuff with it. So, I remember when me and Hard as Zach, aka Zach, and Renji Man, aka Scott, were playing it for a while. And God, that was... Fuck, how long ago was that? That was at least a couple years ago. Because I played The Forest when I first started streaming. Yeah. Fuck. I gotta look that up. I think I still have the old Canva thumbnail I did for it. I wonder if I still do. I feel like I do. Let me move my pizza out of the way. Give me a sec. Okay. Give me 1 second. Forest. Yeah! That was 4 years ago. My God. That was 4 years ago. I still have the shitty little thumbnail that I made for it, or the promo image. Hang on, I'm gonna download it. My God, I still have it. I had asked Zach and Scott to send images of them either excited or scared or terrified. My God, hang on, chat. I found it. Boom. Let me minimize it a little bit. My God. Yeah, I still have it. That was back when Zach was still streaming, too. My God. That is wild. That is insane. 4 years ago, man. I'm sure they've updated the game quite a bit since then, and they've released 2 sequels. I know that for a fact, because there's The Forest, there's what was it? There's The Forest, there's The Forest, Sons of the Forest is the other one. And then they're making another Forest game that they just announced as well too. So, oh man, you picked a good game to play. Yeah, I have it on PlayStation though, so I'll have to buy it. I'll buy it on Steam soon, while it's still on sale for the $5. So I'm sure I could do that. So, man. But yeah. Memories. Well, folks, I think I'm going to end it here. That was a lot of yapping. There was a lot of talking. I'm glad people came by to just listen to me yap and listen to music and vibe and talk about my life lately. More stuff to come in the future. I'm going to put away the rest of this pizza because I didn't eat all of it, so I'm going to save it for later. Same with my caffeine-free Diet Coke and my pizza. But thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in, Paul. Thank you for tuning in, Good Vibes Cafe. Thank you for everybody who lurked. Thank you for everybody who just came by to vibe. I really should do just chatting streams more often. I really don't. So, I think part of the reason why I stopped doing them was because I just didn't have a lot to talk about. But I'm starting to realize that I actually have a lot more to talk about as of late. So I feel like it would actually be worth it. So I don't know. But that's gonna do it. I'm probably gonna relax for a bit, take it easy, and then play a couple rounds of Battlefield or something off camera. Rest my throat, because I've got a sore throat. I still got a stuffy nose and blah. So, if I'm feeling up to it, I'll probably stream some games tomorrow, maybe as well too, if I'm not editing or working on stuff. So, but that's gonna do it for me, folks. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being here, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.